Hello and welcome back to Wrong Mar. Today's topic is angles and triangles, and our WALT is to estimate, draw, measure, acute, right, obtuse and reflex angles. So first, a little recap. What is an angle? And what do you already know about angles? Pause the video and write down the answers to these questions. An angle is simply a measure of turn. So imagine you're standing on the green dot, looking along the blue line, and you turn left to look along the red line. You've created an angle. Angles, or turns, are measured in degrees, and the symbol for degrees is this small little floating circle. The angle between the blue line and the red line is 135 degrees. Angles can be classified or sorted depending on how big they are. So right angles are 90 degrees, acute angles are between 0 and 90 degrees, obtuse angles are between 90 and 180 degrees, and reflex angles are between 180 and 360 degrees. Right, now that you know all that, let's see how accurate you are at drawing angles. 90 degrees. Draw this angle as accurately as you can. Pause the video and give it a try. Okay, let's take a look. 90 degrees is a quarter turn and it looks like this. It's a right angle. How close did you get? Next up, 180 degrees. Draw this angle as accurately as you can. Pause the video and give it a try. So 180 degrees is a half turn, so it's the same as a straight line. How close were you? Next up, 45 degrees. Draw this angle as accurately as you can. Pause the video and give it a try. So 45 degrees is exactly half a right angle. Looks like this. How close were you? Next one, 270 degrees. Draw this angle as accurately as you can. Pause the video and give it a try. That one was a bit tricky. This is what 270 degrees looks like. It's 3/4 of a turn, so it's the outside angle. Now remember from the last question and try this one, 300 degrees. Draw this angle as accurately as you can. Pause the video and give it a try. So this is 300 degrees. How close were you? Let's go for one more. 360 degrees. Pause the video and draw this angle as accurately as you can. Now that one was difficult. This is a 360 degree turn. It's a full turn. So imagine you're standing on the dot, you're looking along the line, and you do a full turn around, so you end up facing the same direction you started in. Now let's see if you can guess how many degrees each of these angles has. Write down how many degrees you think this angle has. The answer was 100 degrees. How close were you? Try another. How many degrees do you think this angle has? The answer is 10 degrees. Did you get closer that time? Try this one. How many degrees do you think this angle has? Did you get 350? Last one. How many degrees do you think this angle has? The answer is 200 degrees. I hope you got at least one of them nearly right. And if you didn't, how on earth are we supposed to know what size an angle is? How would we measure an angle? Well, ideally, we would use a protractor to measure the angles. When you're using a protractor, you make sure that the point where the two lines meet is directly in the middle. The other thing we need to make sure is that one of our lines runs along the bottom of the protractor, leading to 0. Angles are all around us in everyday life. Have a look at these pictures and see if you can spot a few examples of acute angles in these pictures. Pause the video and write down a few. That's all for today. Hopefully you know a little bit more about angles and triangles from that. Until next time, take care.